Happy Monday, everybody. We are back together here with another video. And just when you think that Hollywood has gone off the deep end, it seems like, especially in California, the governor of California, Gavin Newsom, is trying to actually bring it into overdrive here. I mean, it's got ridiculous. I mean, out here in Texas now, did you hear about Governor Greg Abbott has told that all these universities and companies that it's actually illegal to hire based off of race,
Yes.
that kind of thing? Yeah, so the universities out here in Houston, they're not going to be doing that anymore because we know who that actually does affect. It actually affects Asian people. They get discriminated against by doing that. But anyway, California, the home of Hollywood, apparently they're not woke enough for Gavin Newsom. Look at this picture right here. This is from that new Disney movie here. What is it called? Tinkerbell? I believe that's the character right here. Race swap. Now black. And they're getting crushed for this. But apparently Gavin Newsom wants to withhold tax credits if these production companies aren't woke enough. So there's an agenda behind this.
Mm-hmm.
Did you actually grow up watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
No.
You know what it is, though?
Yeah.
Well, there's actually a new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of funny that we actually shooting this video here because the trailer just dropped. And they have race swapped April O'Neil. April O'Neil is supposed to be a white person. They made April O'Neil now fat and black. They couldn't leave her even lean. She's fat and black now. I find that to be insulting. This is ridiculous, but we'll get into it. Let's look at this. While it may not be illegal yet, California is taking its first steps to punish Hollywood projects that aren't woke enough to meet the ever-moving standards of progressives. In 2022, California voted to pass SB 485, which revised the state's film tax credits legislation to introduce a new credit, which could only be received if a given project provided a diversity work plan that includes goals that are broadly reflective of California's population. According to the 2020 census, California's racial demographics are 41% white alone, 6% black alone, 40% Hispanic, 15% Asian alone. I didn't know they had that many Asians there. 1.6 American Indian and Alaska Native alone, 0.4% Native Hawaiian, and other Pacific Islanders alone, 21.2%. Some other race alone, and 10.2% individuals whose ethnicity is composed of two or more races. Under the bill, an appointed commission would be prohibited from certifying the tax credit from an applicant until the commission receives the applicant's final diversity report. This is crazy. Diversity report. Now, you know that I'm big on old Hong Kong movies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bruce Lee movies. Is there any diversity in those movies? No.
No, there's white people.
There's probably one or two normally.
Yeah.
But usually the movie is
Black
set.
people.
Yeah, the movie is set in Hong Kong normally, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's screaming about diversity in that. Nobody is. And I don't believe that it should be because it takes place, in Hong Kong. So what if you're making a movie, a Hollywood movie? Mm-hmm. Let's say they're making a Wong Fei-hung movie in Hollywood. You can't make that movie diverse. You're going to have Chinese people in it, right? Pretty much. Because Wong Fei-hung, Chinese hero, right?
Yeah.
These diversity initiatives, what do you think it is?
I think California should worry more about the economy than
Yeah,
this stuff.
yeah. The government in California, they shouldn't be worried about this kind of stuff. But when it comes to Hollywood, they seem to be creatively bankrupt. They're not putting out good stuff. The movies, the only good movies I think I saw last year, Avatar: Way of Water. I didn't like Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. Creed 3 is good. And Creed 3, guess what? It actually focuses on a black character. Rocky's not in the movie. But guess what? They don't bring up race one time in that movie. It ain't about that. It's about just telling a story. That's the way it should be. And it's mostly black people in the movie. Why? Because Adonis is black. His wife is black. His mother's black. His trainer's black. His opponent in the movie is black. There's Latinos in there. Of course, there's Drago's son is back in it too. But for the most part, it's black. But when you're watching the movie, you're not thinking, man, there's a lot of black people in this movie. Never crossed my mind. Honestly, I didn't think of it until now.
No, it just, it's funny where, well, it's not funny, but it's country where they, always talk about, promoting diversity, which is a good thing, but they make it diversity is so bad now.
They force the diversity.
Yeah,
that's
because
the problem.
they force.
Forced diversity is not good. I think I said this before. Anne Boleyn, Queen of England, was white. And they made a movie or a TV show where they had her as black. I remember also that that TV show. What was it called? It was about the Achilles and the Trojan War. They made Achilles black. Achilles was not black. He was a Greek. They turned Achilles into like a black African. Why? It's ridiculous. They did that for forced diversity.
Well, the forced diversity is not working because they want diversity, but then in reality, where nowadays seems like diversity is a bad thing because of what
the way they do it.
Yeah, the way they do it.
Yeah. I said it before when I saw Blade in 1998 at the movie theater with Wesley Snipes. It wasn't a bit fanfare about, hey, we got a black comic book hero on screen. That was never the story. For one thing, Wesley Snipes was already a big-time star. That's when he was at his prime, the height of his career. Everybody was excited to see Wesley Snipes as Blade because he's Wesley Snipes, not because he was black. You see what I'm saying? We're living in such crazy times right now to where Hollywood wants to amp up and hype up any black person on screen. It's gotten so far out of control. I hate what they did with Black Panther, the first movie. I liked the movie a lot, but they made it seem like a black person had never acted in a movie before. That's the way they promoted that thing. I hated the promotion of it because they make us seem like we're, as a black person, like we're parrots or something. They just parade us around like that. I don't like that. I noticed that they do that with some of the Asian people now. Like when Michelle Yeoh won, she got nominated, I believe, for an Oscar or something like that. And they were running with, she is the first Asian identifying actress to be nominated for this award. I'm like, no, you're wrong. Natalie Portman is Asian. She actually won Best Actress.
Yeah, but in America, she is not considered Asian, right?
Well, she is Asian. She's from Israel. Israel is where?
Yeah,
it's in Asia.
Yes, outside of America, but in America, they consider her as white.
Well, yeah, she is white, but she's Asian.
Well, nobody really said that.
Think of this. one thing I believe Hollywood they need to stop with the race thing. Just because, like, if you look at Asia, there's all different types of people in Asia. You got the Western Asian people, like Israel, Syria, Middle East. They look different from the people in India. And then you got China right next to them. They look different. Even if you go to Europe, people look different over there. All the white people don't look the same. Just like all the black people in Africa don't look the same. People in Somalia, which is East Africa, don't look like the black people in West Africa. But Hollywood has this obsession with this kind of thing. And if a black person gets nominated for it, boy, they would just want to make it like the biggest thing ever. Like they were out there pushing Angela Bassett for Wakanda Forever. Angela Bassett is a great actress. I didn't think she was that great in the movie. I mean, she was there. It wasn't even close to her best role she's ever done, if you ask me. But for the mere fact that she was black, they had to promote her like she had never been nominated for anything. 30 years ago, and What's Love's got to do with it? I think she the won Best Actress. She got a lot of praise for that movie because she was great as Tina Turner in that movie. But we're living in a different era now with this whole thing.
Well, the thing is, I mean, for me, I think, yeah, Israel is in Asia, Indian, they are Asian, Iran, they are like Asian, but in America, it seems like they look at them differently or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, Hollywood wants to seem like they're so virtuous when they could actually go out there and say, hey, we got a black actor here and he's nominated for an Oscar. And what California is doing is they're trying to incentivize the wokeness even more to where Hollywood, they're basically saying, Hollywood, you're not woke enough. So you need to force diversity even more. And these movies are going to get worse. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at this. Look at this picture right here. This is from the Eternals right here. The characters were race swapped and they made them gay. So the Eternals characters, they're supposed to be white guys. And also they're not gay in the comic books, but because they forced diversity, they were doing forced diversity, that movie failed. Nobody liked it. Because they put identity first and story second. I still haven't seen this movie. I have no plans to see it.
It's feel like, I don't know, their forced diversity is pulling, people from different skin color apart.
Yeah. They're trying to, what they're really doing is they're trying to be more divisive by actually saying that, hey, we're for Asian people, we're for black people. They're trying to definitely be more divisive that way because they're trying to say, hey, if you are a white actor, you're the enemy now. That's pretty much the way they're doing things right now. They're being anti-white. And they're trying to act like they're pro-black, pro-Latino, pro-Asian by giving hand-me-downs. And I don't like that. Like I said, I don't want a job because of my skin color. I want a job because you think I can actually do the job. And of course, in movies, there's certain situations where you actually have to have a character based off of race. Mm-hmm. Like if you're going to have a movie about Abraham Lincoln, you got to have a white guy. You can't have a black guy playing Abraham Lincoln. Wouldn't make any sense,
Yeah.
So, you got anything else to add to this? I think this is ridiculous that California's doing this, but I'm not surprised. That Willow show on Disney Plus, failure. It was woke.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I do agree with what is his name? This guy.
Idris Elba.
Yeah.
Yeah, Idris Elba, and we talked about this on video. He doesn't want to identify as a black actor anymore. He's doubled down on it again.
Yeah, he does.
I mean, he just wants to be known as an actor.
Yeah.
Because nobody's saying Tom Cruise is not addressing himself as a white actor. I don't think I've ever heard Tom Cruise address himself as a white actor at all. Brad Pitt never has addressed himself as a white actor. Why should black people that are actors announce themselves as black actors? They're just an actor. No?
Yeah.
So I agree with Idris Elba on that.
I do too. I mean, it should be based on, the performance, how good it is. If, if it's based on skin color, then there's no need for really to put out your good performance or,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I believe this is why the movies suck right now. Is because they more focus on skin color and agenda than writing good stories. There's a reason why Disney is losing money. There's a reason why Disney has the MCU is failing ever since Endgame, because they're focused on identity more than story. And Gavin Newsom and the California governor just saying, "You're not woke enough. You better get more woke, and we're going to incentivize you to actually stay here." Pathetic.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Should California focus on, getting back on their economy and stuff like that? Because people are going to move out.
They've already been moving out. They've lost so many people in California. First of all, they tax the hell out of you over there. It's super expensive to live. A lot of people from California have left, and they've gone to Texas and Florida.
Yeah, and they still talking about
reparations. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Guess what? California wasn't even a slave state. They never had slavery. But they're talking about reparations. So I think that's going to wrap it up. Ridiculous. I find this absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
So with that being said, guys, we're going to wrap up the show. We'll be back on Wednesday with another video. Until then, be safe.
Goodbye.